Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel, mate. Today we're tackling a fascinating and super relevant topic, the hidden dangers of having too much dopamine in your life. Yep, that little neurotransmitter that makes you feel good when you score a like, watch one more episode, or even sip that latte. But what if all that constant high stimulation is actually hurting you? Stay tuned because we're going deep into the science of dopamine, how overstimulation can derail your life, and the radical yet practical solution called the dopamine detox. All right, let's break this down. Dopamine is your brain's natural reward chemical. It tells you, hey, that's awesome, do it again. Whether it's topping a video game score, receiving a compliment, or even indulging in junk food, dopamine drives our behavior by rewarding us. Now, this fuel is essential for motivation and joy, but here's the twist. Too much good stuff can actually lead to detrimental effects over time. When you're constantly bombarded with high dopamine hits, think social media alerts, instant gratification from streaming platforms, or even our favorite fast foods, your brain starts to demand more and more to get that same buzz. It's like your brain's built-in reward system gets desensitized, and suddenly, the small, everyday pleasures start to feel pretty dull, and that's when problems begin. So, what happens when your dopamine levels are constantly on overdrive? There are several concerning consequences: reduced focus and motivation. When you're always chasing the next dopamine hit, sustaining deep focus on important tasks becomes nearly impossible. Procrastination and distraction. A high dopamine environment turns routine tasks into boring chores, pushing you to seek out quicker, more stimulating distractions. Mental health implications. Constant dopamine spikes have been linked to anxiety, depression, and even addictive behaviors. Loss of enjoyment for simplicity. The more your brain craves high-intensity stimulation, the less it finds joy in simple, healthy activities like reading a book, a quiet walk, or even a heartfelt conversation. Imagine living in a world where every little pleasure is just a fleeting moment, never quite enough to make you feel truly content. That's the trap of chronic dopamine overload. So how do you rewind this system and regain balance? Enter the dopamine detox, your brain's reset button. And trust me, it's not about eliminating dopamine, that'd be impossible, but rather about recalibrating your brain's reward circuitry so that subtle, low-key pleasures can shine again. Here's how you can start your dopamine detox journey. 1. Identify your triggers. Begin by tracking your daily habits. What activities give you that instant hit of pleasure? It might be endless scrolling on social media, snacking on sugary treats, or even compulsively checking emails. 2. Set clear boundaries. Once you've identified your triggers, create limits. For example, designate specific no-screen hours during your day, or reduce the time you spend on high-stimulation apps. 3. Embrace low dopamine activities. Fill your time with activities that offer sustainable joy, like reading a good book, meditating, exercising, or even cooking a healthy meal. These activities help lower your baseline dopamine level over time, making everyday pleasures more rewarding. 4. Practice mindfulness and reflection. Keep a journal or simply set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on your feelings and behaviors. Notice how your mood shifts as you reduce your dopamine triggers and reintroduce healthier habits. 5. Be patient with yourself. A dopamine detox isn't an overnight miracle. It's a gradual process. Your brain needs time to adjust and relearn what truly brings you satisfaction. The initial days might be challenging, but the long-term benefits are absolutely worth it. I know some of you might be thinking, this sounds too hard. I'm addicted to my phone. Trust me, I've been there. Small changes can lead to big shifts. For instance, try leaving your phone in another room when you're working on an important project, or take a walk without your digital gadgets. Over time, you'll notice how much more engaged and alive you feel when you're not constantly chasing that next hit of dopamine. Remember, this isn't about completely cutting out those pleasures. We all need that spark to brighten our day. It's about recalibrating. By engaging with life on a deeper level, you might find that joy comes from the simplest moments, a quiet cup of tea in the morning, or a heartfelt conversation with a friend. So, let's sum it up. High dopamine levels might seem like a blessing. After all, who doesn't love feeling good? But when your brain is overloaded, it can lead to distraction, decreased motivation, and even affect your mental health. A dopamine detox isn't about deprivation, it's about striking a balance so you can reap the joy of life's simpler moments. If you're ready to take back control and reset your brain, I challenge you to try a dopamine detox for a few days this week. Start small, be mindful, and observe how your perspective begins to shift. I'd love to hear about your experiences or any tips you have for managing screen time and other high dopamine triggers. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you found this video helpful. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into topics that matter to you. And if you have any questions or want more details on starting your detox journey, let's chat in the comments or on social media. Thanks for watching, and here's to a more balanced, mindful, and truly joyful life.